Hi guys, so welcome back to another interesting episode of Two Wacky Pundits, Dr. D and Dr. A. Okay, so today we're gonna do another our 2 cents session, okay?
What's the
And
topic again?
The topic is change.
Change.
Not change money-wise,
Not
but,
change, alright.
or changing clothes.
But
Well, maybe
real
not changing clothes, but changing way of life, changing lifestyle.
attitudes.
Okay, so there was one wise guy. I forgot actually who it was. Maybe you might help me on this.
Alright.
And he said that he quoted that the one most fixed, constant thing in life is actually change. It's counterintuitive.
Alright. Maybe it was
So
that.
the only fixed constant in life is change.
Alright.
There's something that is changing in life with time. The reason I'm talking about all this is why? Because nowadays, especially with this hectic lifestyle that we all lead, there are so many people, both that I know and that I get to hear about, that, for example, they're not happy with their job, they're not happy with their career, they're not happy with the way things are going in their life. They're not happy in their marriage.
People are never happy.
Well,
They always find something to complain about.
that's another story. Okay, now we can do a whole story about happiness. For me, happiness is rather than having a massive smile on your face every day. It's about peace, being tranquil, calm, and you live a nice, relaxed life.
Having occupation.
Something that keeps you going, something that gives you some motivation. But that's
Thomas Jefferson said that.
okay.
He said it's not riches and splendor that give life meaning, but tranquility and occupation.
Yes. I totally agree with that. But what we're talking about here is that, so if someone is really not happy about what they're doing in their life, they should actually, grab a pair of balls and start committing themselves to make a change about it.
And there you have it. That's the crux of it, right?
Exactly. So I hear it so many times, for example, like, oh my God, thank God it's the weekend, it's Friday, thank God it's Friday, you know? Why? Does your life start on Friday evening and end on Sunday night? What happens between Monday and Friday afternoon? You end up in an existence? No. I mean, you have to live your life in the way that every single day you are enjoying what you are doing, even if it's the workplace. So
ideally speaking, that would be
perfect. Ideally speaking, but
would be perfect.
But really starts getting to me, because now maybe it's me, because I'm the type of guy that I get bored easily with whatever I do, especially in my career. Change makes made a really important factor in my life, to be honest, and I'm grateful for it. Okay. But when I hear people saying, "Oh my God, it's Monday morning, I have to go to work," and that is the actual, the telltale symptom, the major sign.
They're unhappy with their job.
That they fucking have to do something about it. And you know what really makes me so sad? Because I know people that they might be living, okay, maybe not necessarily job, okay, but they might be living in a lifestyle which they are not actually happy with, they are not enjoying as such. But they still go along with it because they don't have the guts to do that change, to do that first step.
Yes, or they can't. Or maybe they can't.
No, they complain. No, they complain, and then they do something about it in the sense that, for example, job-wise, they go do, I don't know, masters, PhD, whatever. But then, even 40 years later, they're still in the same fucking job, doing the same fucking thing. And that's worrying.
Yes.
Because life is short. In the words of Steve Jobs, you don't want to spend your life living someone else's
That's right.
lifestyle. So if that's not your calling, then fucking do something else that is your calling.
I think it's because people crave certainty.
The security, of course, especially if they're married and stuff like that with kids.
Security
and who doesn't want it?
Who wants uncertainty in their lives?
But However, that element of uncertainty,
And it's better the devil you know than the one you don't, right?
but you have to look at uncertainty as actually a good thing, something that will help you to push you to go somewhere further.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it all goes well for you.
When I decided to do a postgraduate degree, I planned on doing 1 year abroad to do a master's. I ended up doing 7 years, and I ended up with a master's and a PhD. And I aced them both. So it was grueling, it was tough, it was full of uncertainty to the brim. Absolutely. Did I regret it? Absolutely fucking not. Because it changed me for the better. You know?
It makes you one of a kind.
Well, there are people like me, or maybe we're now smaller population density, let's put it this way. But I'm not the only one who did this step. But I encourage everyone, if they're like unhappy with their job or something like that, you don't have to quit your job on that day and end up being unemployed and start looking for something else. Do it gradually, you know. Start something extra on the side. Do a hobby that maybe that you enjoy doing and you get paid for it. And then you never know what will happen if you really put your head down and focus.
That would really be a utopia.
So, well, yeah, but this is it. A lot of people are still locked up in the matrix.
Yes.
Like in the movie, they live their fucking life. It's nice and comfortable. It's a comfort zone. You know, they got everything they need. So they continue
So
their
they
existence.
have no impetus.
And the
change.
alien authorities are sucking them up for their batteries, no?
Yeah.
Because that's what they were used for at the end of the day, as batteries.
Pods where you were
Yeah,
batteries.
battery pods. So. Chargers
Chargers.
for the alien mobiles or something like that. And you don't want to be
Power
like that.
banks.
You don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the real thing is can be brutal and uncertain. You don't know what's coming around the corner. But you feel alive. You definitely fucking feel alive.
Oh, uncertainty is a bitch, I can tell you,
You
that.
know?
Definitely takes it out of you.
Yeah, true.
Waking
But
up every morning not knowing where your next paycheck is going to come from.
very true indeed. But this is it. This is in the sense that you do it in such a way that you don't have to make it so risky.
And remember, you did...
And it's not just for jobs. It's also for, like, for example, as I said, for relationships. If someone is in an unhappy relationship,
That's for
why
sure.
the fuck are you in it in the first place? You don't have the balls to leave. You
That's
know?
right. It doesn't. Maybe because she's beautiful, maybe because
Yeah,
she
but
is
again,
in love with her.
it's not worth it. It's not worth it if you're living every day a life of misery for maybe getting laid once a week or whatever. It's not worth it. That's my opinion.
I know, but love, you can't.
No, but
You can't-
I'm a firm believer that.
Love is a madness of the brain.
Yeah, true. But what I'm saying is that if someone is stuck, if they're unhappy in one way or another with their life and they want to change it around, they shouldn't just hide, put their head under the sand and not do anything about it until they fucking end up dead. Or when they're 70 or 80 and then they spend the rest of their lives
Regretting.
regretting. Okay? So now I have to quote someone else, and because most of the stuff actually that confirmed my theory was this guy Gary Vaynerchuk. Okay, I don't know if you've heard about him.
No, I
Gary
haven't.
V in short, but he's got shitloads of content on the internet. Okay,
All right.
you can easily find him if you Google him. This guy was coming from a migrant family from Belarus, migrated to New York, and he didn't know how to speak English at first as a kid. And it's a classic migrant story, basically. Grew up in New Jersey, and in essence, his dad used to run a liquor store. Then he ended up owning the liquor store. So he ended up working for the family business.
Mm-hmm.
At school, he was crap, like a DNF student, that type. But he was super, super, super
Street
smart when it comes what I call emotional intelligence.
Mhm.
And a lot of people have that. They might not have the
Reading
academic.
people. Reading people, eh?
Huh?
Reading people.
They just know how to interact with people. They know what is important for them in real life and how to utilize it for their own advantage. Not manipulating people as such,
No, there's...
but in the sense that paving the way forward for their own happiness. And anyway, this guy, after while working for his dad, with the liquor store. The internet came along. 2006, YouTube was online.
He took full advantage of it.
Absolutely, yes. He was one of the first guys to start doing vlogs. Okay, and he did it. He did the wine library. So basically, doing reviews on wines and stuff like that. And he did like 1,000 videos overall. So over the course of like 12 years, 11 years, something like that.
That's a lot.
Exactly. But halfway through, then people started noticing his ass. Because he was everywhere. Like if there was a wine blog somewhere on Twitter, he would go in and butt in and talk about it, you know, to get more business. And in fact, he left his dad's company at age 34. And when he started, the business was like $2 to $3 million turnover. When he left it, it was nothing. When he left it, was like 60 million yearly turnover. Because he maximized the potential of the internet.
That was crazy. That.
And then he opened up a marketing company, and now it's evaluated at $200 million US dollars. But apart from all this, he's always spewing out content about happiness and how to achieve like this element of change in order to get what you really want to do in life. I mean, personally, and I did it for myself, I'd rather be doing medical research, cancer research, than working as a pharmacist. Because when I was working as a pharmacist abroad, I was to earn much more money, but it didn't bring me happiness. I wasn't fun. I wasn't enjoying it. You know, doing research is much more gratifying for me, even though it's less cash.
I can see that.
You know, it's that sort of thing. But again, as you said, I'm one of a rare breed.
Yes.
A lot of people say, "Oh, what's this fucking idiot saying?" Like, refusing like 100,000 sterling a year.
They would laugh in your face. They would laugh in your face.
They laugh, but I don't give a fuck because it's my life. It's not theirs. At the end of the day.
That's right.
And this is another thing. People don't change because they're too fucking scared because of what other people will say.
True.
Because the dad will say, because the mom will say, because the sisters, because the brother, because the fucking dog will say. You know, fuck them all. Straight up.
Some people.
Because then you end up living a life which is not yours. It's of your dad's, it's of your mother's, it's of your brother, it's of your sister, it's of your dog. You know, it's not your own. And a lot of people fall into this trap, and I nearly fell for it as well. I'm not going to shy out of saying it.
Parole sante.
But I came out of it. You know? So now I live life on my fucking terms and nobody else's, you know? To the best of my ability, at least.
I applaud you for that.
So, but I really am very, you know how many students come in and start telling me all this stuff as well. And I just tell them, like, you know, fucking, if you want to do this, you know, yeah, do it, but it's not easy. It's not going to make you a lot of money. But if you really are passionate about what you're doing, fucking go for it, man. You know?
True.
So I really implore, and if anyone has any comments or want to, you know, confirm or argue about it, anyway, that's what we're here for. Please do. But I think that, yeah, if you're unhappy with anything in your life, you need to make it a point. You start small baby steps, okay? You make a 6-month, 1-year plan, maybe 2-year plan as well if it needs be. That you slowly and gradually shift into where you want to be, what you actually want to do.
That's
you know?
Right. That's right. Where you hope to
because
be.
like I know consultant medics who have shifted into being literature experts and artists. Okay? I'm not
Like
gonna
that
quote names.
doctor on the internet.
I'm not going to quote names. But yeah. Okay? They exist.
He became
Why?
a celebrity on the internet.
Yeah. Local?
No, not local.
Okay. Because I know local as well. But this is what I'm saying. You know, it's just have to take the first step. Always.
First step is always the most difficult.
It's definitely the most difficult. But then it's the most rewarding at the end of the day. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, when you look back and you see what you've done.
Journey
you
of
know?
1,000 miles.
And it's not a question of how much money you made on the line. It's a question of, did I realize all the goals that I am passionate about? You know?
Yeah.
And for me, this wire flipped. I didn't even need any like Gary Vee or something like that at the time. I just had to do it because otherwise I would go crazy. But other people,
This
they
blog,
just switch that.
In one way, this
They
blog
they
has
dumb it down.
allowed me to do what I want as well.
Exactly.
To read and review books.
Exactly. That's one of the
Nobody's
things.
going to pay you for to do
That's
that.
what we're doing this for as well, because we are passionate about talking about the stuff, and we want to shake things up a little, so that wake people up from their sleep.
slumber.
The slumber. So, okay, so that's basically my 2 cents for today. I promise next time I'll do something a little bit more chillax, so maybe get a movie or
That was
another bad review.
sobering, but very interesting.
But I think it's something that a lot of people are unfortunately still sucked up into their own existence.
Yes. Well, wake up call. It was a wake up call.
And some people don't want to be woken up. That's the thing.
No.
Some people are happy to be back in the Matrix, like Joe Pantoliano.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah,
Right? Eating
exactly.
the steak.
Exactly. So, oh well. Okay, guys, I think that's it for
All right.
today. So, be sure to join us on the next episode next week. Till then,
May your God be with you.
indeed. Bye.